Ciao, pals. This is Big Al. Welcome to Big Al Presents Films with Friends, a very special Valentine's Day edition. The film, 1935. A boy meets a girl. They fall in love. Will this end happily? I don't know about what. Well, I know what happens, but let's face it. I mean, the film's only 90 years old. If you don't know what happens by now, I don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, 1935, the Universal horror classic, The Bride of Frankenstein, just one of the, if not the crown jewel in the Universal horror catalog. Probably the best film in that genre of films. Joining me tonight, of course, is the YouTube Ronin himself. How are you doing? Deleted Scenes. Welcome. And how you feeling tonight? What's going on?
I'm doing okay. I'm at that age where, I start getting my little aches and pains, but I'm up and around and I'm still working and I'm doing YouTube. So
Hey,
getting ready to
you just keep rolling along. And here's Tim already giving information. Elsa Lanchester, the bride, was married to Charles Laughton. Yes, she was. They were very much well, there's a lot of, well, I'm not going to say controversy. I'm just going to say rumors about their relationship, but there was love. Let's just say there was love there, and yes, it was very complicated. But definitely, if you're going to have a woman by your side, I tell you, Elsa Lanchester would have been one to do it, because she stood by that man's side till the day he was gone, from what I understand. But anyway, let's see who is joining us in the chat. FKHC 2005, as I've already said, he's like starting it off with a blank. Nothing says Valentine's Day like necrophilia. Well, is it necrophilia if you're both dead? I mean, think about it. But,
I don't think it counts.
Yeah, does counteract each other, kind of makes you wonder. Deleted Scenes giving a salute with a 6. Was that a typo? Is that some new fancy thing? Oh, okay. I was like, I don't keep up on these fancy typing symbol things.
My handwriting is terrible and my typing is even worse. So something I gotta
Lady Mist, thank you for joining us. The garden nymph herself. And so far that's it. Whoa, what happened to my screen? Oh, there it goes. Bride of Frankenstein. The last time Delisons and I were on, we just finished the Giant Ant movie, trying to come up with an idea, and kind of noticed it was Valentine's Day, and I originally was thinking a normal kind of not a rom-com so much, but that's kind of a rom-com, but Murphy's Romance, a nice film. Sally Field and James Garner, beautiful film. I watch it every now and then for myself because it's one of my favorite films in that romantic genre. But then I forgot who mentioned it, but Bride of Frankenstein came up, and it was like a double. I was like, yes, that's the one to watch. So we decided to have a little fun. Valentine's Day, celebrate love. And it is a very tragic story. I mean, imagine being the monster, and all you want is a friend, someone like you to be with, and there is a very deep romantic undertone to it all. But of course, it is Frankenstein's monster, and things are only going to go so well. Yes, because Charles Lawton may have been gay. Yeah, he might have been, but don't know. And not me to say if he was or wasn't, or if I cared if he was or wasn't. Watch party idea: Wizards from '77 or heavy metal. Dude, you are late to the party. We have done both of those films in the last couple of years. I think Wizards we did last year.
Yeah.
And heavy metal.
I'm trying to remember if I was in either one of those shows. I know I watched both shows. I just don't remember if I was in them. They're starting to run together, folks.
You know what? It does. I'm like sitting here thinking, it's like, I know I've watched that movie online and on stream, but did I do it? Or did I do it with Professor Geek? Or did I do it with Troy? Or was it with
Heavy Metal's with Troy and Netter? Yeah.
No, I did heavy metal was me. I did that. It was part of animation. It was in a May because I did heavy metal, and it might have been Wizards. It might have been those two films, like in 1 month. But I also did Fire and Ice and something, another animated film. And I did Iron Giant one May, I think, or something like that. And I've got some. I'm not doing animation this year because I got 3. We got 3 Fridays in Saturdays. These are the Saturday night ones in May, and I'm switching it up a little bit. May is going to be a different thing. Doing the animated films in April, and we're going to be doing Middle Earth for both of them. We're doing The Hobbit from the Rankin Bass version and the Bakshi Lord of the Rings. So that'll be a lot of fun, I think. And then one day we'll have to do the Return of the King to kind of finish the story in the original animation one. But let's get this. As I said, the Cosby link is at the top of the thing. The film is around. I think Internet Archive has a version of it, but it seems to be a little on the short side. It's like only 111, and the one I've got is 114. So I don't know if it's just a little faster or how that runs. But let's get things up here. Let me select my media. Get a local file. Get my that's my thumbnails. Go to find my video. I like my process of just like mentioning what I'm doing. And let's do this version here. And okay. This picture is approved by the Production Code Administration of the Motion Picture Producers and Distributors of America, certificate number 768. Somewhere that'd be a great trivia question for a really, really deep dive Universal Horror trivia. Are you ready, sir? Are you watching on Cosby? Okay, let's. As we know, when we left the monster and his maker the last time, the windmill was on fire, and we kind of pick up at that exact same time, for those of you who don't know. So let's go in 3, 2, 1, hit it.
And welcome to Walker Hawthorne Edward Sorensen.
Ooh, that's a good name. What up, everybody? Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you, Walker Hawthorne and Edward Sorensen. That's quite a name. I dig it. If you want to watch along, Cosby link at the top. Bride of Frankenstein. One thing always gets a little weird is there's no the, but it's kind of accepted that you can put the in front of it. Mary Wollstonecraft Shelley. I do like how this one starts out with showing Shelley and Byron and the monster Karloff. You gotta love a man. Doesn't need a first name. Just call him Karloff, and you got it. And Colin Clive and E. Clive, not related. The monster's mate? Question mark. She does not get credit in this film. My name. Gotta love the miniature work from those olden days. The lady with the dogs is Una O'Connor, who shows up later, but that was a very quick scene she had in this part. Yeah, getting them R's rolling too. It's Castle Forrester.
In a not too distant future.
I always loved her eyes. She just you could always pick her out. Those eyes, just you look at her, you know that's Elsa Lanchester. She was 20 when she wrote it, I think. 22 when it was published.
Previously on Frankenstein.
Yeah, no, it's a good way to catch it up. You know, it's the movie was a big hit, but you know, it's kind of good to go in and do a little, like you said, last time in wherever that was. Of course, this film done in 1935. The original was out in 31. Little backstage machinations because they really wanted to get James Whale again to direct it, and but it did take a while to finally get there. Worth the wait too. Democratic Party. Love Una O'Connor. She is such a great she just plays that crazed woman so well. Also great in The Invisible Man.
It was a mostly peaceful incident. J.K. Simmons.
With a mighty mustache. It's just, she is a feisty thing. I love her, O'Connor. Colin Clive was hurt in a horse riding accident shortly before the filming started, so he basically was on a broken leg the entire time. The father of the little girl in that iconic scene from the first one. Oh. He ain't dead. And Jack Pierce made special care to redo the monster's makeup to reflect fire damage. Gave him some burns, shortened his hair. Ah. Whoop.
Oh.
See, that's what'll happen to you. What'll happen to me if he get? Well, there you go. That's what'll happen to you.
Uh-oh. Well, she was never seen. Her footage was found a year later. No, wait.
Going to meet a new Elizabeth from the first film. Mae Clark played Elizabeth in the original Frankenstein, and in this version, it's Valerie Hobson, a very young Valerie Hobson, 17 years old.
I don't know, keep blinking like a hummingbird.
Here she comes.
Okay.
That's all she can do. Well, I was talking about Valerie Hobson there. Of course, this same year, another Universal horror classic, Werewolf of London, where she played the wife of Henry Hall's character. He's alive! Now that's a bedroom. My entire apartment is not that big.
Frankenstein.
I will say, Valerie Hobson.
Yes, you tampered in God's domain. You're a mad scientist. All right.
Yeah, well, you know, the classic line, you know, but he is thinking he was God. She got a little cray too. Who can that be knocking at my door? One of the great characters in horror, in my opinion.
Pretorius. P-R-E. Oh, yeah.
There was a. You don't watch wrestling, do you?
Not of late, no.
There was a wrestler a few years ago, Bobby Roode, who started WWE, and he had this. His entrance song was glorious. It's like glorious. I will be here. It was like this, like, you know, pretentious song, but But it reminds me of that when every time I hear Pretorius. It's from Buka. Great use of shadows in this film. I love the way he looks at people as like ants, Yeah. They are apes compared to my intellect. He's white and rich, he'll get away with it.
I've gone too far this time, but I'm dancing on a Valentine. Sorry. Had to get that in.
I mean, as terrible as things have gone, he still wants to dabble in, bringing life about. I only created a hideous monster. It's like running loose in the countryside.
German expressionism there.
Oh, yeah. You really see the German expressionism in Son of Frankenstein. I've
Just
never
for
had
Dad.
Classic line.
Meanwhile, back at the cabinet, Dr. Caligari. Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
I will say, I love this scene with Dr. Pretorius, where you see his experiments. I love that. I love this scene.
He's miniaturized Sean Carey.
Actually, the guy they have playing the devil is Ernest Thesiger's stand-in. So that's why he does actually look like him. Uh-oh, the cake is loose. And the mermaid was Maureen O'Sullivan's swimming stand-in in Tarzan the Ape Man for all that underwater like nude swimming. That was her. Ah, seed. Ooh. One of Pretorius's lines there, he mentions Bible stories. It was originally supposed to be fairy tales, but they changed it because they thought it would be better to say Bible stories. And the way he says it, they were kind of not sure about how it was. They almost wish they hadn't changed it.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope, don't.
Whoops.
Of course. Chimney Christmas.
Look, see, he wants to help.
Nope. Shh. Quiet.
Hush. Hush. Pillenburgermeister Meisterburger. I've always loved the look of forced scenes done on stage. You know, like this, and also Wizard of Oz. I just love the fake sky look for some reason.
And hello in the chat to Space Fraggle.
Hey, Space Fraggle.
Oh,
thank you, Space Fraggle.
Man down.
Everybody's all brave when he's tied up. I mean, you got to feel sorry for him. He didn't ask to be, brought back.
Come on, you people don't understand what it's like to be looked at as a freak. Oh, well, maybe you do.
I mean, first of all, his body's slipshod at best, and he's got an abnormal brain. So he really doesn't have, Didn't take him long, did it? Oh, poor Burgermeister.
Seriously?
I actually think the girl that talked was the same girl who played Maria in the first film. They brought her back and gave her line so she could get paid, like above extra scale. Yeah.
Veed.
It's as hungry. I just want a little food. And you yell at me. I'm going to take it anyway. Fire bad. God, this is one of the best scenes ever filmed in cinema. And with the right actor too. O.P. Hagee. They wanted him to play this so bad they actually put filming the scene on hold until he was free. And of course, beautifully satired by Gene Hackman in Young Frankenstein. Oh, oh. Music to calm the savage beast. To I know it's not the right quote, but it's the good misquote.
The Sashes of Time prequel is weird. I'll have to tell you about that one someday.
I love this dynamic. It would have been so good for the monster if he had been able to stay with this guy longer.
No, don't. I'll actually do it.
What?
Just lay down and go to sleep.
Not
yet. Movie's not finished yet.
Now, do you think he understands what he's saying? Because I think he does, as will be, I think, borne out later. Look at him; he's crying.
Yeah, he gets it. Yeah,
he needs kindness. He, like I said, suddenly he's thrust into this new world. He's like a newborn baby. He's confused. He's scared. Of course, he's going to lash out. That's why I think it just makes him such a great character. Ooh, speaky.
Yeah. Okay. Not too much.
Good. Karloff was not really happy about the talking aspect.
Fire bad.
Oh. Meanwhile, in Denver, Colorado, good.
Frankenstein, half baked. Coming April 20th.
So, what do you think about the monster being able to speak?
Like I said, it's natural progression.
I think it works. Yeah, it shows like maybe the nerves are starting to connect. Right, he's learning. The brain is accessing former abilities. John Carradine.
Oh, I was just kidding before. No, why do you ask?
The first time Dracula met Frankenstein.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be very messy.
The poor hermit. Okay, no, that was the original Maria. The word "look" got her more money. I knew it was one of the scenes with the little group of girls, a group of kids.
Timber. Oh, wait. I'm going back.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is where I was supposed to be. Just leave me alone.
William Henry Pratt, you come over here this instant.
Dwight Fry again. Probably so many great on-screen deaths. Tragic figure in real life, like Colin Clive as well.
Yeah.
So you know, one of the actors who was considered for Pretorius was Bela Lugosi.
I can see that.
I could too. Just out shopping for parts.
So I'm guessing this is supposed to be a play on the characters that I Saw the Dead was about.
The characters what?
Oh, I was just thinking of this movie that was about 10 years ago. That was about these two grave robbers, and it was supposed to be based on like real life guys.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Yeah. Dominic Monaghan was in it. Okay.
So give ourselves some lemon, I guess.
Okay, I think he's had enough to drink.
Those weaknesses are adding up. Ah, good. Drink good.
In this rate, he'll be totally freaking sloshed. Too late, I'm here.
You can get rid of him that easy. Come on. Like I said, she does look much older than her 17 years.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
She's skewed older. He tells you to sit, you sit. Henry just needs a little inspiration to work with Pretorius. Oh, and everybody always calls Henry Dr. Frankenstein. At nowhere in either the first film or this one is he referred to as Doctor. It's always Herr Frankenstein or Henry.
Smell like an English kid. You had one job. My God, a tall structure that the townspeople haven't burned down yet.
Well, it is all
still time.
Rock. Rock and stone don't burn as easy as wood.
Okay, that was only 4. Don't mind me.
That's quite a bit of money for back then. I love his delivery. Oh, keep hearing dings from my Facebook. My friends always get chatty when I'm doing this. Don't have no time to come and do a movie with me, but we'll chat while you're doing it.
Concern at Renfield.
Of course, here he's playing a guy named Carl, where in the first film he was Fritz. And then, of course, Renfield and Dracula.
Wake up.
Just a little booze, calm the nerves. Boom, boom. It was a dark and stormy night.
Electricity. You see, you can't actually do that.
Do what?
Artificial brain. The brain is the most important part of your body. But then again, look at what's telling you that.
Yeah. Yeah, having kites do the job. Very, I mean, a little play on. It's very precarious for Pretorius because you got to rely on those kites staying up there. And all the old horror films, it was all this stuff that just made it. And look at that beautiful use of light and shadow. The same time, anytime they focus on their faces, just that how they shot it, it was just gorgeous. I love sounds. You hear a lot of the same sounds. In fact, the soundtrack from this was reused in I don't know if it was Flash Gordon or Buck Rogers. Well, one of those serials.
Well, this was a film that got Oscar nominated for this film. So very good sound design here.
Oh yeah,
It makes sense that it got used again. You know.
I mean, I mean, elements are still to this day being used.
They're trying to help you.
He just has no patience. He wants this woman so bad. The cosmic diffuser. This is like something you'd hear in Doctor Who. Bring me the cosmic diffuser. Poor Elsa Lanchester got claustrophobic being in all that rap.
Who wouldn't?
I know. I mean, you start to feel like a swaddled baby after a while. Alive!
Okay, Hank. Yes, great.
We're just seeing those eyes, man. She just has these very unique eyes. Ah, the classic look.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she's not in much of this movie, but cosplay this day.
Oh yeah, the Bride of Frankenstein. There's a lot of horsehair and wire in that head to keep that hair like that. And they say she had stilts to make her taller because Elsa's only like 5'4", and although I think they over say, oh, they made her 7 feet tall. I don't think she's really 7 foot, but she
with the hair.
yeah, especially with the hair. Ah, out of my way, woman. But I love the romantic music they use. It was such a perfect touch.
Don't blow it. Not too much too fast. Where did I... Yep.
That's exactly what he wants to do. An act of compassion.
Hey, I was just born. Oh, Schnapple.
Boom. That's a really good effect. For that time, that was a pretty sweet effect.
Yeah.
The end. I mean, we call him the monster, but even at the end, an act of compassion.
Mm-hmm.
And the monster's mate. Who knows? Although she does get credit for being Mary Shelley.
Roll credits in the land of God.
Ludwig.
Sorry.
Of course, the hermit O.P. Hagee. I love the hermits. Let me get out of Cosby here because it's starting again. Yes, leave. But that is the Bride of Frankenstein, the crown jewel in the Universal horror catalog. It is an absolute classic. It's so layered, and because like I said, you know, he is seen as a monster, and yes, he probably has some very severe impulse problems, but one, he tries to save the girl who fell into the water.
Mm-hmm.
He, you know, made a friend of the hermit, and like I said, his last act, knowing it just wasn't going to work for him to let Henry and Elizabeth go, and then just do it everybody. And he even knew better than to let Pretorius go. But just a wonderful film, and like I said, kind of a tragic romance. You know, man looking for a woman, it just doesn't work out for those crazy kids. But hope everybody enjoyed it. I'd be curious if anybody had never seen this before, who might have sat and watched it through with us, or even watched later, just in general, if you've ever haven't seen it, because it's one of those films where I can see people, you know about it, you've seen the imagery, you've heard the quotes, but have you ever sat down and watched it beginning to end and seeing all the different aspects of it in the actual the story, which, like I said, is just so great in my estimation. If you're a fan of Universal horror, the Universal monsters, everything, I do have a Facebook page called Iconic Universal Monsters, which I update. Well, every day there's something that goes up. I try my best to do something. Yeah, it repeats a little bit. Let me get a link here. Copy. Because, you know, if you want to check it out, I've been doing it for about 5, 6, 7 years now. Let's see if it'll go. There we go. But that's linked to my Facebook page on the Universal Monsters. And actually today, got lucky. It is Frankenstein Friday. So every Friday is something about Frankenstein I get posted. So, deleted scenes. What you got going on this weekend and into next week?
Well, if all goes to plan, I'll join Pop Culture Minefield tomorrow for their show, where they're going to be discussing the 1931 Dracula with special guest Cameron Pasha. I believe that's going to be starting at 5 p.m.
Speaking of Universal Monsters, hey, got a little theme going here.
And then I take it you are going to be joining.
Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night there in Troy, and as far as I'm aware, it's going to be The Fifth Element, starring Bruce Willis. An excellent sci-fi film indeed. Great design in that film. But that's 10 o'clock tomorrow night.
Right. Then, if all goes to plan, I'll be joining Outlaw Bill for his karaoke show. I'll be there for a few rounds, probably the last few hours of it. Brings us on over to Sunday for Western Cinema Presents co-hosted by Bill and myself, and we are going to be watching Gunsmoke: The Return to Dodge from 1987. Which is the first of the Gunsmoke TV movies.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it's basically the Wrath of Khan of Gunsmoke, because it's this villain from his past who comes back to destroy him.
I mean, I'm not gonna say never. I've seen episodes of Gunsmoke. It's been so long ago. I really don't know anything about it. But man, what a run that show had. What, 20 years or so? I mean, it's just amazing. And then of course a series of movies still popular to this day. Still, still reruns. Keeps it going.
Indeed. And then later on that night will be Unscripted, episode 99.
Man, almost to the big one.
Almost, yeah. I'm calling Welcome to the Terror Dome. And I'm going to be talking about a number of different topics, including Damien Leone defending his Terrifier films against the woke left, who are less than thrilled about the fact that he made movies for everybody and not just a specific group. I'm going to be going a little bit to the USA thing and a few other topics along the way. So that would be that show. And then, of course, that would be the stay until the end, and you'll be redirected to Geeky Geezers over on HBO's channel.
Yeah, not sure what they'll have time. But they always have a good what is he called? That first part of the show. Oh, I can't think of it now.
I should know. I was just on the show. The good old days.
Yeah. Good old days. Yeah, I couldn't think. I had yesteryear in my head, and I could not get rid of it. But yeah, good old days. Always a lot of fun. He did. What was last week's when you were on the show? He did a good one. Creep Show. Yeah, I knew I had a copy of it. I was like, I gotta find my copy of Creep Show. I couldn't find it. Finally found it. It was kind of on the shelf. Like one, the back part of one was leaning in, and the book on the other side was kind of leaning in it. And so it was like, I'm starting it. So I finally found it. I was like, I was sitting there almost ordering the thing again. Mm-hmm. Do you have a midnight show this week?
I do, and Boomer is going to be joining me as my guest for that show as well.
Awesome. Yeah. And of course, as far as the other things in the realm of these channels, of course, next at 10 p.m. Troy will be having Last Call with Troy Pacelli. He'll be joined by Boomer. Not sure what you're talking about, but it's always a good time. Like I said, tomorrow night I will be joining Netter on Netter's network with Troy, watching the Fifth Element. And then of course I don't know what's going to be happening the rest of the week as far as Troy's concerned. Are you guys doing a Sparkwood 21?
We don't have a particular topic planned, but by then we will.
Okay, so it's Tuesday at 8:30.
8:30. Yeah.
Okay, 8:30. Of course, Blake 7. Usually after that rewatch on Troy's channel. Of course, Netter's got Thursday Things on Thursday nights at 10, and then next Friday, of course, back to Last Call, and then next Saturday, a week from tomorrow night, on my channel, Films with Friends will be from 1972, the sci-fi cult classic Silent Running, starring Bruce Dern, which is a very kind of a very interesting sci-fi, because it's like a message about the world, and if you've seen it, right? Silent Running. Clear the scenes. Oh, he ducked out. Oh, but anyway, yeah, Silent Running it's like an environmental kind of film back in the 72. What if the Earth no longer had vegetation and it was all in space? And what happens when one guy is determined to make sure to safeguard Earth's natural resources? So it's a great film for sci-fi fans especially. I want to thank everybody who joined us tonight. I had a great time. I hope everybody's having a great Valentine's Day. Got a great weekend ahead. I hope everyone stays safe, stays happy. I know. There he is. He's back. He's got the little spinning circle of death, but we'll see what happens here. There he is. I'm sitting there talking. I was like, "You film haven't yet?" I'm like, "Wait,
I pushed the wrong button and I knocked myself off the show." Okay.
No, just doing the last side. If you want to do your any final last words?
Okay. Well, once again, I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. I hope you enjoyed the film. And as I always say at the end of every show, from HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night, take care, stay strong, be safe and healthy, because this is how we win.
Take care, everyone. Like I said, the next Film with Friends will be a week from tomorrow night. Silent Running from 1972. Figure out something maybe for 2 weeks from tonight. Of course, check out my reviews. I just put one up for a film I saw on Netflix called Aftermath. Oh well, can't all be good. And finally got around to watching Midnight Mass from 2021. Also got Flight Risk up, and I have a whole bunch of stuff in my to watch thing. Finally, I got a lot of films to watch.
There actually were a few new ones this week that looked.
Get some new stuff. Yeah, I got the new. We'll be watching Captain America tomorrow night. I've still got a couple of ones that have been out for about a week or so. Finally get around to them. Also finished watching the latest Cobra Kai. Binged those the first night. I love Cobra Kai. But thanks everyone for joining us. Like I said, 10 p.m. You got Troy. Stop by. Definitely say hi and mention films with friends. Bride of Frankenstein. Hopefully had a good time watching. Take care, everyone. God bless you. Have a very safe and happy weekend. And always try to find something fun to watch. Take care.